Hello guys. So in the last class, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So in the last class we have discussed exercise 2.2, which question number? We are dealing with complex number. So in the last class we have done question number 1 and question number 2. So today in this class we will start from question number 3. Exercise 2.2, question number 3. So let's start with question number 3A. Okay, so what is question number 3A? If z1 equal to 1 plus I and z2 equal to 1 minus I, right? Then we need to find z1 by z2 and conjugate of z1 divided by conjugate of z2. So first, what is given? Okay, we will find it out. We will write it down first. What is given? So given z1 equal to 1 plus I, and then z2 equal 1 minus I. Then conjugate of z1 will be how much? 1 minus I, and then conjugate of z2 will be 1 plus I. So now we will find out z1 divided by z2. So therefore z1 by z2 equal to, what is z1? 1 plus I. Okay, what is z2? 1 minus I. So take the conjugate of the denominator. It will be 1 plus I, and it will become 1 plus I whole square, right? 1 plus I into 1 plus I. So here it will become 1 square minus I square, and this will be better we write down whole square d. Okay, that's it. So 1 plus I whole square. Now 1 square is 1 minus I square is minus 1. So this is 1 square plus 2I plus I square. So 1 minus into minus plus 1. So 1 plus 2I plus minus 1. So plus 1 and minus 1 becomes 0. So this is 2y, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 cancel, this is I. And if you write it, and if you want to write in the a plus ib form, then it will be 0 plus I into 1. So this is our a plus ib form. Now we will find out for conjugate of z1 and z2. So again, therefore z1 bar by z2 bar. So this is 1 plus conjugate of z1 is 1 minus I. Yes. And then conjugate of z2 is 1 plus I. So we have to multiply with the conjugate of the denominator. So 1 plus I conjugate is 1 minus I, and here it will become 1 minus I whole square. So 1 square minus I square. So 1 minus 2I plus I square. this is 1 minus 1. This is how much? 1 minus 2i minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So we get how much? Minus I by 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 cancel. We get minus I. And if we want to write in a plus ib form, then 0 plus I minus 1. So this is our question number 3. Now let's move to question number 3b. What is question number 3b? So given Z1 is how much? Seven plus 3i. Z2 is how much? 3i minus 7. So we can write this one minus 7 plus 3i, the a plus ib form. Then find the following: Z1, Z2, conjugate of Z1, Z2. Okay, then here only we will find out their conjugate. It will be 7 minus 3i. The conjugate of Z2 will be minus 7 minus 3i. Now let's find out one by one. So therefore, first is Z1 into Z2. So Z1 is how much? 7 plus 3i. Z2 is how much? Minus 7 plus 3i. So this one we can rearrange them as 3i plus 7 and then 3i minus 7, then a plus b, a minus b. So 3i square minus 7 square. So 3 square is how much? 9. I square is how much? Minus 1. 7 square is how much? 49. So this is how much? Minus 9 minus 49. It will give us minus 58. Fine. Z1 now conjugate. Let's find out their conjugate. Z1 bar, Z2 bar. So how much is 7 minus 3i? And then this is minus 7 minus 3i. We can take common, I think, minus d. 7 minus 3i. Take minus common. Then we get 7 plus 3i. Now this minus becomes common to all. Then what we found, this is a minus b, this is a plus b. So it will give us same 7 square minus 3i square, d a square minus b square. So minus 7 square is how much? 49 minus 9 into minus 1. So this is how much? 49 plus 9, and same it will give us minus 58. So this is, now we'll go for the division part. Let's move to next page. Okay, so Z1 by Z2, Z1 by Z2 will be how much? Z1 is 7 plus 3i, and Z2 is minus 3i. 3i minus 7. So this one we can write 3i plus 7. This one is 3i minus 7. Take conjugate. And then here also 3i plus 7 whole square. So here we got 3i square minus 7 square. This is a plus b whole square. 2 into 3i into 7 plus 7 square. So this will be how much? 9 minus 1, 49. This is same 3i square kadi 9 minus 1 plus 6, not 6, it will be 42. 3 2 3 is 6, 6 7 is 42i plus 49. Do we find something, anything? So this will be how much? Minus 58, and here will be minus 9 plus 42i plus 49. So 49 minus 9 is how much? 40 plus 42i divided by 58. And now we can keep here minus. So this whole thing becomes negative. Or we can only keep the up one in bracket. That is also correct. Now if we want to write in the a plus ib form, then it will be how minus 40 by 58 minus 42i by 58. I think it is divisible by 2, 20. Then this will be how much? 29. Here is also 21 by 29. So it is minus 20 by 29 minus 21 by 29 I. Okay. Now let's do for their conjugate. Okay. Z1 bar by Z2 bar. Z1 bar is how much? 7 minus 3i. And then Z2 bar is how much? 3i plus 7. Right. So this one we can write as 7 minus 3i, 7 plus 3i. Then multiply with the conjugate. It will become whole square. Then this will be same, 7 square minus 3i whole square. 7 square minus 2 into 7 into 3i plus 3i whole square. So 49 minus, this will be 9 into minus 1, I square is minus 1, so 7 square is 49 minus 21, 42 same, plus 9 into minus 1. So 49 plus 9, then 49 minus 9 minus 42i. So this is 58, this is 40 minus 42i. Now you break them, the real part and the imaginary part. 42i by 58, and same, if you cut them, then you'll get 20 by 29. Hmm. Then here you get minus 21 by 29 I. Hmm. Minus 42i, right? Then what do we have? We did a mistake. We did a mistake. We did a mistake. This one, it is not 7 plus 3i. It will be minus 7 minus 3i. Ah, here we did a mistake. We did a mistake. We did a mistake. This conjugate. Upper part is correct. Okay, the below one is incorrect. So it will be like minus the minus 7 minus 3i. Then we take minus common, 7 plus 3i. Okay, then we need to write one more step. Minus will be there, so 7 plus 3i, 7 minus 3i, then only will come 3 minus square. Here the square will not be there. Hmm. Now it is correct. So it will be minus, right? 7 square minus 3i whole square. So minus will be there. So 49 minus 3, not 3, minus 9 minus 1. So minus 49 plus 9, it will be minus 58. So here will be negative and it will become plus. So minus 20 and this will be plus. Okay, so this is our the division part. Then now let's come to the last part, z1 into z1 bar. So z1 into z2 one bar, z2 conjugate. So z1 is how much? 7 plus 3i, and z2 is how much? Negative 7 plus 3i, minus will be there, so 7 plus 3i, yes, so now minus 7 plus 3i whole square. So this will be how much? 7 square plus 2 into 7 into 3i plus 3i whole square. 49 plus 42i minus 9, we can write directly. 49 minus 9 is how much? 40 plus 42i, right? So now it will be minus 40 minus 42i, and if you want to write in the a plus ib form, then this is our answer. So now this is your question number 3. 3 is completed. 4, okay, given that one, then we need to verify. Okay, let's try to do that. Question number 4. Okay, okay, what is given? Z1, so much 2 plus 3i, then Z2 is how much? 1 minus 2i. Then we need to verify the for number 1. Okay, Z1 plus Z2 bar equal to Z1 conjugate of Z1 plus conjugate of Z2. Okay, so first we do, first we find out Z1 plus Z2. Z1 plus Z2, this will be how much? So 2 plus 3i plus 1 minus 2i. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 is almost 3. 3 minus 2 is I. So now therefore conjugate of Z1 plus Z2 is 3 plus I. So we have got this one left inside. Okay, say this is your number 1. Then now let's find out for Z1 bar. Z1 bar will be how much? 2 minus 3i. Then Z2 bar will be how much? 1 plus 2i. So therefore Z1 bar plus Z2 bar will be 2 minus 3i plus 1 plus 2i. So 2 plus 1 is how much? 3 minus 3i plus 2 is minus I. This is remember 2. So from 1 and 2, we can say that z1 plus z2 bar equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. Hence verified. Same. Let's proceed to number 2. Is there z1 minus z2 bar, z1 bar minus same step we proceed. Okay, so what is given? z1 is how much? 2 plus 3i. z2 is how much? 1 minus 2i. So therefore z1 bar will be 2 minus 3i. z2 bar will be 1 plus 2i. So this will be a conjugate. Okay, now therefore z1 minus z2. z1 is how much? 2 plus 3i minus, we need to put bracket 2 minus I. So 2 plus 3i minus 1 plus 2i. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 is how much? 3 plus 2 is 5i. So therefore z1 minus z2 bar equal to 1 minus 5i. Say this is number 1. Then now let's go to, therefore z1 bar minus z2 bar. So z1 bar is how much? 2 minus 3i. z2 bar is 1 plus 2i. So 2 minus 3i minus 1 minus 2i. Okay. So 2 minus 1 is how much? 1, right? Then 3i is how much? Minus 5i. Same as this one, number 1. So from 1 and 2, we can say that z1 minus z2 bar equal to z1 bar minus z2 bar. Hence verified. Okay, we have completed this one. Now number 3. z1 into z2 conjugate, z1 conjugate into z2 conjugate. So z1 is how much? Okay, so this one we will paste. Same thing. This is our given. So now therefore we will multiply it. Okay, first will be z1 into z2. So z1 is how much? 2 plus 3i. z2 is 1 minus 2i. We will multiply now. 2 into 1 is 2. minus 2 into 2 is 4i plus 3i, 3 into 1, 3 into 1, 3i, plus into minus minus 3 into 2, 6i into I square. So 2, this will be minus 4, minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. 6, I square is how much? Minus 1. 6 into minus 1. So 2 minus I plus 6. So we get 8 minus I. So now it's conjugate. So therefore, Z1 into Z2 conjugate is how much? 8 plus I. This is number 1. Now we will multiply Z1 bar into Z2 bar. So Z1 bar is how much? 2 minus 3i. Z2 bar is 1 plus 2i. 2 into 1. 2 into 1, 2 plus 2 into 2, 4i minus 3 into 1 is 3i minus 2 into 3 is how much? 6i square. So 2 plus I minus 6 into minus 1. So 2 plus I plus 6. So we get 8 plus I. So this is number 2. So same we can write from 1 and 2 we can write Z1 into Z2 bar, Z1 bar into Z2 bar, hence verified. And next will be question number 4. Okay, this since Z1 Z2 is given, no, we need to prove Z1 by Z2 conjugate, Z1 conjugate divided by Z2 conjugate. So first we need to find a division Z1 by Z2. Z1 by Z2. Z1 is how much? 2 plus 3i. Z2 is 1 minus 2i. So we need to take the conjugate of the denominator. 1 minus 2i. 1 plus 2i. So 2 plus 3i. 1 plus 2i. So 1 into 1 is, this is 1 square minus 2i whole square. 2 into 1 is how much? We have already defined on this one, I think. 2 plus 3i into 1 plus 2i. 2 plus 3i. Oh no, we didn't find out. Okay, we need to multiply. So 2 into 1 is how much? 2 plus 4i plus 3i into 1 is 3i plus 6i square. So this will be 1 minus 4i square. So 2 plus 7i plus 6 into minus 1. So this will be 1 minus 4 into minus 1. So minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4 plus 7i. And here we got 1 plus 4. Minus 4 plus 7i. This will be how much? Minus 4 plus 7i by 5. And if we divide it, we get minus 4 by 5 plus 7i by Now they are conjugate. Okay. So now they are conjugate. Z1 by Z2. Why I'm not able to erase? I think I will not be able to erase. So 2 plus 2y, okay, 1 minus 2y, 2 minus 3i, 1 minus 2y. So 1, 2i whole square. So 2 into 1 is 2 minus 4i, 3i minus 3i minus, into minus is plus 6i square. So 2 minus 7i, we can directly write minus 6. 1, 2 square is how much? 4. I square is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus plus. So 2 minus 6 is minus 4 minus 7i by 5. Right? What did we find? The previous one. Mm. 1 plus 2i. 2 minus 3i. Have we done something mistake? 4i, 7i minus 6. Minus 6 plus 2, 4. Then 7 by 5. We are getting here also 7 by 5. But here we got plus. Minus 4 by 5 plus 7. I think in here it doesn't follow the minus 4 by 5 minus 7 by 5i. So which is not equal. Mm-hmm. Okay. What did we find here? Oh, we have already we only found this one. The now we need to find its conjugate. 8. So therefore Z1 by Z2 conjugate will be this one. The Minus 4 by 5. Here is plus, will be minus 7i by 5. See, this is your number 1. And where? This is your number 2. So from 1 and 2, we can say that z1 by z2 conjugate z1 conjugate by z2 conjugate. This is the thing. Okay, 3 and 4 we have completed. So now let's move to question number 5. What is 5? If z1 is this one, 2 plus I, z2 is 1 minus 3i, and then find z1 into z2, then z1 conjugate of z1 into z2. So verify that these are conjugates of each other. Okay. 5 you can do, you will be able to do, I think. Then 5a. Same as this one, question number 4. From 1 and 2, whether they are conjugate or not, you have to see. One of them will be negative, one of them will be positive, you will find. What is 5b? For any two complex numbers z1 and z2, examine whether z1, z2 and z1 conjugate of z1, z2 are conjugate to each other. For any two complex number. Oh, this is here z1 and z2 we are not given. So we can take, let z1 equal to a plus ib, z2 equal to c plus id. Then we can find its conjugate z1 bar, z2 bar, conjugate of z1 and conjugate of z2. Okay, let's do this one then. The 5a will be your homework. You do by yourself. We'll do 5b. So we need to take two complex numbers. So let z1 equal to a plus ib. Then z2 will be c minus id. So z1 conjugate will be a minus ib, and conjugate of z2 will be c o I d. Then accordingly we will proceed the what z1, okay, z1 into z2 bar. So z1 will be how much? A plus ib. Z2 bar will be how much? C minus id. Now you multiply a into c is how much? AC plus I AD plus I BC. Then we'll get plus into minus I square BD. So AC, here we have got oh, this will be not positive, this will be negative. This will be negative. Then again this 2 will be positive. Okay, then we can take I common from this 2. Then we get AD plus BC. If we take minus, then here will be minus. Okay. Something is fishy. something is fishy. The positive one will write first. D. That will be better. This one will write first. BC minus AD. I square is how much? Minus 1. Minus into minus plus BD. So AC plus BD plus I BC minus AD. See, this is your number 1. Then now let's again move to Z1, conjugate of Z1 into Z2. So conjugate of Z1 will be A minus IB, and then Z2 will be C plus ID. So A into C will be AC plus D IAD minus IBC. Then what do we find? Minus I square BD. So this will be minus will be plus. So AC plus BD we can write here. If it, what do we take? If we take plus, better we take this one, the minus common B, then BC, then this one will be minus AD. So BC minus AD, BC minus AD. This is plus, this is minus. So they are conjugate of each other. So we can write down from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, okay, we get Z1 into Z2 bar and Z1 conjugate into Z2 are conjugate of each other, conjugate to each other. So this is our question number 5. In the next class, we will try to solve question number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. In two videos, we will complete this whole exercise. I think we have up to question number 12. So thank you for now. You try to do by yourself, and if you have got problem, then you text me. Thank you for being with me. Okay. Bye bye.